Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a couple of very interesting bodybuilding updates. By the way, I'm sorry guys for not making a video for about 5 days now. I've been to Spain at the World Championships in the IFBB, the other IFBB, and I took it as a vacation as well. I mean, I had my laptop with me, but nothing super interesting happened really. Anyways, I'm back home now, done traveling for a while, and let's get into today's video. What we got for today is a couple of different things, like I said, but the first thing we got is a physique update by Nick Walker. Alright, so this right here is Nick Walker right now. As he says in the caption, solid upper day, Saturday, so he's doing upper days now. Anyways, in this physique update, he looks absolutely crazy. And I'm pretty sure the one thing everybody's thinking looking at this is he never went off after the Mr. Olympia. Now, I know for a fact that after the New York Pro this year, he actually went off for a while. He was on TRT, just a bit of test, I think like 130 milligrams of test a week, and that was really it. Some peptides as well, but as far as the gear, that was it. He actually went off, which nobody really believed, but if you go back, if you look at his photos after the New York Pro in between his prep for the Mr. Olympia, he did get a bit softer. However, in this physique update right here, man, he does not look off, not even close, not even remotely. And as you guys know, right now he doesn't have a coach, he's doing his own thing. Back after the New York Pro, he had Kyle Wilkes, and I think Nick is that kind of a bodybuilder that needs a coach to tell him, to force him to stop for a while, to let his body cool off. If not, he would probably continue blasting forever. And after the Mr. Olympia, he was probably disappointed big time, placing 6th, not delivering a good peak. And all he wants to do right now probably is to prove to the world that he is still one of the best, one of the few best bodybuilders in the world. And what is his next goal? It's Arnold Classic, we all know that. He hasn't announced it like officially, but he pretty much said that he's doing it, and yeah, that was the plan with Kyle Wilkes as well after the Mr. Olympia, so yeah, we can be pretty sure that he's doing the Arnold Classic, and I guess he's trying to improve even more now. Here is another shot that he posted, and the question that I'm thinking is, what exactly is he trying to improve? Physique-wise, muscularity-wise? He's, I don't want to use the word complete, but he's done. Even if he can put on more muscle, which we all thought was impossible like 3 years ago, but he continues to grow, even if he can grow more from this point, is that really what he needs? Because in my opinion, it's absolutely not. Even he said that his favorite look up to date was Arnold Classic 2021 when he was significantly smaller but had a smaller waist. And over the past couple of years, he grew, but his waist grew as well. And if that's what he's trying to accomplish now by staying on cycle and pushing the growth, his midsection is going to grow even more. What Nick Walker could benefit from is not more size. Guys, yeah, sure, his quads could be bigger, but if his waist was smaller, his quads would look bigger. He could add more size overall and be more freaky, but that is not what he needs. He needs to simply just come in well peaked, which I'm sure he can figure out. And also the biggest thing he needs to work on is the posing, guys. The posing needs to be improved, and that's something he's obviously not working on. At one point in his career, his posing was pretty much locked in, like he knew how to hit the poses right, how to hold them, and he thinks that's enough. It's not enough. He needs to start practicing doing the vacuums, and he's not doing that, and I know that for a fact. He's not even trying. Some of you guys are like, there is no way he'll ever be able to do the vacuum. He hasn't even tried. He never worked on it. If he put his mind into it, the way he's focused on training and eating and taking all the gear, he can do the same thing with the vacuums. And imagine if Nick Walker pulls up deep vacuum, or at least tries to suck in the stomach, and then brings the good peak and comes with his size that he already has. He can be a top 2, top 3 guy in the world. If he did that at the Mr. Olympia this year, he could have been in the top 2, top 3. I'm pretty sure about that. And now he's doing the Arnold Classic. It's gonna be a tough lineup. It might be Derek Lunsford up there. We know Andrew Jack is doing it. Martin Fitzwater as well. All these guys beat Nick. It very well could be Samson Dowd as well, because he lost a bunch of money. He planned on winning the Mr. Olympia and taking those $600,000. He ended up with like $40,000, and he lost the Prague Pro as well. So it very well could be Samson who is doing that show. So Arnold Classic is going to be pretty much the Mr. Olympia, a mini Mr. Olympia. And if Nick Walker improved his physique in that way, instead of just trying to grow more, extend the midsection, and just come in the same, basically the same Nick Walker from before, even with a better peak, is not going to win a show like that. But a Nick Walker with a nailed peak, with the muscle that he has, and with a vacuum, or at least an attempt of it, half a vacuum, can do anything, guys, in my opinion. Can even win the Arnold Classic or Mr. Olympia. Here is this shot as well that he posted. Look at his side tricep right here when he's actually sort of controlling the midsection. He is not able to do this the whole time he's on stage, but imagine if this midsection stayed at least like this, or if it got even smaller. Imagine that, guys. And it could get smaller with practicing the vacuum, or maybe not being on so much gear all the time, letting the inflammation go down, maybe downsizing a bit and then growing in certain body parts only, adding detail, maybe wearing a waistband, something like that. I think it could help. I think it would be something that he needs to work on, at least try. It's crazy to me because he's known as one of the hardest working bodybuilders, but he's not willing to put in the work where it actually matters at this point of his career. So, I mean, yeah, right now he looks crazy, but he looked crazy before the Mr. Olympia. He looked crazy before Pittsburgh. He even looked crazy at the Pittsburgh Pro and won by the opinion of many. But if he really wants to win and beat the other guys who all have small waists now in the top, I mean, Derek does, Samson does, Andrew Jack does, Martin Fitzwater does, Hardy does as well. He needs to get there. He needs to do that one thing. Try at least. Try and fix that. With everything else he has, he can win the Mr. Olympia. But that's a big if, a huge if. All I want to see is him trying. What do you guys think? If he actually did that, let's say he could. If he did that, would he win the Arnold Classic this year? Do you think he could? What about the Mr. Olympia? Tell me guys down below in the comment section. And before we continue with the next topic, I want to let you guys know about the Black Friday sale we got going on at the Blackstone Labs. The more you buy, guys, you get more free stuff. I don't know what you planned on buying this month, but if you go to the website right now and get your basic monthly supply of supplements, you'll get a whole bunch of free stuff. And I'm telling you guys, Blackstone Labs are a really high quality product, so make sure to go over there and check the Blackstone Labs website right now. Alright, now the next thing we got is something very interesting, I would say. Carlos Thomas Jr. apparently retired in the meantime, without ever announcing it. So somebody asked a question in a comment section somewhere. AJ Kelly Roberts shared this on his story, and somebody says, completely off topic, but what happened to Carlos Thomas Jr.? Where did he go? And somebody says, he answered a comment saying he's retired. And here is the comment as well. Somebody says, yo, where this guy has been, and he says, with his profile, without the photo, he says, I'm retired. And if you go and search for his account, it's no longer there, and who the hell knows for how long he's been out, he's been away. I haven't noticed. Now, I have no idea what could have happened, but he was always the controversial kind of bodybuilder, let's put it that way. He skipped so many shows that he was planning on doing. He failed to deliver conditioning. He fired Patrick Tour like a week out of a show, hired another coach, then went back to Patrick, prep I think for the Arnold Classic with him, and then fired him again with somebody, went with somebody else. So this guy was all over the place. He was obviously a mess. He opened up a couple of times about some private things that happened to him, some family issues and so on. And also, as far as I know, he has a career in something else. He's a team leader at something, I'm not sure at what. So yeah, I guess this guy decided to just stop bodybuilding. He probably wasn't getting from it what he wanted to get from bodybuilding. I don't know, man. It seemed like he wasn't really enjoying it. He wasn't able to really figure it out as far as conditioning and really nailing the look. He had a ton of potential. He had this super freaky, cartoonish look, super massive quads, arms, chest, small waist, back wasn't matching it, but he could have probably improved that over the years. Conditioning, he never quite nailed it, but he would at one point. He also had some health issues with his gut, I think. So yeah, things weren't very smooth for him. Maybe at one point he comes back. You know, him saying he's retired, I don't think it means too much. Maybe he's retired for now. He might get an itch at some point in the future and come back, but as of right now, he's officially retired. And on Forabia's podcast recently, they spoke about Joan Pradells and how he has a ton of potential. So let's segue into that topic right now, because Joan Pradells is doing another show, another opportunity to play second again, but hopefully this time he's actually going to win. It's gonna be difficult, but it's not impossible. He might win the Japan Pro. And like I said, at the Fuad's podcast, they were talking about this guy and his potential. And Fuad was like, I think this guy is going to win the Mr. Olympia at some point. And Akeem Williams was there as well. And Akeem was like, it's too soon to make a prediction like that. It's too premature. But what are predictions for anyways? You need to predict at some point, and the earlier you try to predict something, the more difficult it is to actually predict it. And he might be another case of like Carlos Thomas Jr. Like, he was supposed to be one of the biggest potentials in bodybuilding, like so many others as well, and he just retired. So saying something like that about Joan also doesn't mean much, but is there potential? There is. Potential for sure. Now, I watched this guy live in person at the Romania Pro. Now, next to Andrew Jacked, who is going to look impressive? Almost nobody, really. But this guy, for as young as he is, he actually held his own pretty decently, especially in the front shots. As far as the back shots, it wasn't nearly as good. And also, in my personal opinion, he should have placed third at that show, because that guy from Poland at that show at Romania Pro was way more impressive to me, more complete, bigger, more conditioned all around. So I think they actually gave this victory to this second place, actually, because everybody was actually fighting for that second. It was a clear win for Andrew. They gave it to Joan, in my opinion, because he is very charismatic on that stage. He knows how to entertain the audience. He is a pretty good showman. He's actually, and he looks like he's enjoying the stage very much. He's actually also very popular on social media. So I think that's why they're pushing him, but they're not giving him the first spot. Can he win that Mr. Olympia qualification at the Japan Pro? Maybe, but it's not going to be easy, because we have a couple of really good bodybuilders doing that show as well. For example, we got Mark Hector, who is, I would say, maybe more complete than Joan, but not as impressive, not from the front shots. His quads are kind of lacking, and he has a great shape and great structure, but there's always something missing. He is always kind of a little bit underwhelming. You look at him standing there alone and you think this guy can like be a Mr. Olympia winning potential, but really, when he's compared to the other bodybuilders, it's not as good. But he can win the show, it's not out of the question. Now, we also got James Hollingshead, aka Coach Hopper. Just kidding, but yeah, you know the whole thing about James currently that's happening. So I think he's still with the new coach, with the last coach, let's put it that way. His current coach is still the guy that actually took over after Chris Tuttle. And it seems like James is improving, but it's pretty much impossible to tell how much did he actually improve until you see him on stage, because he really knows how to take these photos and videos in the gym and to look very impressive. Right here, he looks good. He looks big and full and pretty well conditioned, but on the stage, they're going to be enough to win, to beat Joan Pradells. I mean, look at the conditioning right here. Joan doesn't have glutes like this. He doesn't have these details in glutes and hamstrings. His skin is not that thin. He has fat on the glutes and the back as well. Here, James looks in better shape, but structure-wise, yeah, Joan is looking really much more impressive in the front and the side shots. And James's back is also his weakness, so no, I don't see James beating Joan. The guy that could do it is Sean Clarida. He's prepped by Joan now, and they nailed it for the Mr. Olympia. I mean, those last couple of weeks, because apparently Stefan Kinsel actually prepped Sean Clarida for the Mr. Olympia, and it's John Jewett who just finished the prep. So at the Mexico Pro, Sean wasn't looking very good at all. So I don't know what to expect. If Sean comes in as peaked as he was at the Mr. Olympia, then that look can possibly defeat Joan Pradells. The only reason why he can't beat him is if they actually consider the height. But Sean Clarida is definitely way more complete. He's actually complete. He's actually shredded from all the angles. His glutes are peeled. His back is huge and shredded. Huge. For his height, of course, I mean. We have no recent updates from Sean, but if he delivers, then it's going to be between him and Joan, in my opinion, and I can definitely see Joan winning a show finally, and it could be Japan Pro. Anyways, down below in the comment section, guys, give me your thoughts on whichever topic you find interesting from this video. Make sure to check the Blackstone Labs website for the Black Friday sale. Also, guys, if you need coaching services, you can DM me over at Instagram at Even Bodybuilding Coaching. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. See you soon. All the best and bye-bye.